Hi, thank you for being here. First question, I got two questions real quick. One is rehearsal. Can you tell us about what happens on the first day of rehearsal? And can you tell us what happens on the last day of rehearsal? And when you're pitching your movies, what have you come to recognize or learn about yourself not to say? And what have you learned that you should say?
What you say is that you're going to make a lot of money. Because that is essentially what it comes down to in the end. There's basically a list. I don't know if there's any filmmakers here, but this is the list that is a great way to think about survival entertainment industry, especially film. We all want to make great films that make a lot of money. Let's call that A. Okay, great. We all aspire to that. It's like Russian roulette. Most of the times it doesn't happen. B, you make good movies, okay, individually, but okay, good movies that doesn't lose money. You can survive on that for the rest of your life. Then you can make good movies that loses money. That's like a Russian roulette, but with 5 bullets in it, because essentially you're going to run out of options. Then you can make bad movies that make a lot of money, but nobody cares, because it's just a commodity then. There's no pleasure in the industry of that behavior. Then you can make bad movies that loses money. That's a one-off. Then you're out. So that's, in a way, very realistically, in terms of surviving in the film industry, where can you try to be on that scale? And generally, if people don't lose money, and they like what you do, you can go on forever. So you'll tell them what they want to hear. But knowing that you have to deliver it, and also the less money you have, the more chances are they're going to make their money back sooner. So that's why it always goes back to this idea I have. I'll figure out what's the least I need. If I can just make a movie, can I get $2 million? Okay, I'll make the movie $2 million. And that's not even like, I wish I had 10 or 20 or 30 or 150. Because you may make a $100 million movie. You may even get final cut in contract. You're like the thing, man. You get $100 million and you get final cut. But if that movie doesn't make $500 billion, you're out the door. And you're never going to make another movie afterwards. So it's all about money in the end, meaning that if you don't lose money, you can sustain yourself. And that's a very important lesson to really know. And it took me some time to understand that, especially coming from Europe, where everything is subsidized and it's all about government grants and you think you're God and you can walk on water and blah, 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 blah. Realize it's not like that, baby. It's very, very different.